I mean, David stole my thunder slightly by pointing out that I was in Kingston 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when Jamaica Justice was founded. But the fact that you're still here, I think, is testimony to the importance of the work that you do and have done over the past decade, and its vital role in ensuring that the agencies of state live up to their domestic and their international obligations. This role is not always a popular one. Governments, like my own, and the public at large, are often very critical of the stance that human rights organisations, and wider civil society for that matter, sometimes have to take. And the media and the private sector are often not very far behind in adding their voice to that criticism as well. The UK government strongly supports the role of civil society in its widest form, including human rights-based organisations like JFJ, both in the UK and globally. That does not mean that the UK government sees eye to eye with civil society, either globally or in the UK all the time. But when we do have those occasional differences of opinion, what it never detracts from is our clear recognition that government needs civil society. It needs it to keep it focused, and dare I say, to keep it honest. The words of Roger Nash Baldwin, the founder of the American Civil Liberties Union, I think are particularly relevant when one thinks about that. He says, and I quote, "Silence never won rights. They are not handed down from above. They are forced by pressures from below." Even though this is perhaps more of an evening for retrospection, I would like to look a little bit to the future. The events over the last couple of months have been described by some as a watershed for Jamaica. The perhaps unprecedented alliance of the private sector, the media, the church, and civil society more generally has helped the government to focus on a real need for concrete action. Such a coalition will not see eye to eye within itself on everything, but I would submit to you that you represent more than the sum of your individual parts. Keeping a collective eye on the bigger prize of real change will be crucial to maintaining cohesion and to avoid being diverted too easily from that wider shared vision. We all see the fight against criminality as vital, and we all, of course, welcome the apparent reduction in the number of murders in Jamaica over the last few weeks. But this has surely just got to be the start. For Jamaica to make real progress, as would be the case in any country, it is essential that the culture of corruption, including links between politics and crime, is confronted once and for all. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to echo others in recognising the excellent work of the National Integrity Action Forum. The Forum's ambitions and proposals seem a good prescription for Jamaica. Indeed, in his broadcast of 17th May, Prime Minister Golding took the opportunity to outline some of the key proposals himself, including the appointment of a special prosecutor to fight corruption, whistleblower legislation, an independent commission to investigate security force abuses, a reform of libel laws to provide greater transparency and allow the media to investigate issues more deeply, provisions for the impeachment of public officials, laws to regulate party funding, and criminal sanctions for breaches of contract awards. These are all excellent ideas which I'm sure would help to create a far better economic and social climate for Jamaica. And I think you would agree that the important thing now is that we see timelines for the implementation of these proposals so that they become a reality at the earliest opportunity. And making this happen is a classic role for civil society in its widest form.